So what we got here today is a 2 terabyte hard drive straight off of Amazon, loaded up, ready to play, plug and play, very simple, very clean, probably one of the most plug and play devices I have ever received off of Amazon. But this one is very surprising with the way they put this together. And I did want to give some more information toward the end of the video concerning my time using this, as I've had a few months now, a couple months of messing around with this device. So kind of had some updates toward the end, and we'll get into that in a moment. But yeah, this thing goes way beyond what I've typically experienced with these types of products. Just really ridiculous. So for educational purposes, let's check it out. This is available on Amazon now for under $120. Freaking ridiculous for what you get here anyway. And like I said, it's extremely plug and play. This is a Launchbox build, so get the hard drive, get the cable, plug it into your PC, and get going, which is exactly what we're going to do. I highly recommend, Launchbox. I've used Launchbox for years now. It's a very highly customizable front end, and it's very easy to use. And I haven't really seen too many drives being pre-set up with Launchbox. I don't really like how this thing's got this RGB crap going on. It's a little distracting, so you may want to flip it upside down. I don't know if there's a way to disable that, but let's go ahead and get into this build. Okay, so once you open this up, on the root of the drive, it's going to have something that says install me first. Most likely, you probably won't need to install this stuff. They're DirectX, that kind of thing. But there's only a couple things there in case you need it. You may not need it, but if you just go ahead and jump into it, the executable for Launchbox is right at the bottom, and then all the ROMs and everything's listed in this folder. And there is like a little user manual that you can go down, kind of talks about like adding games and stuff like that, and getting out of games, pressing select and start. Really not much to it. So right now it's just loading the interface and launching everything. And holy crap, this is what I'm talking about here. So this drive, now this is not going to be one of those drives that has 100,000, 200,000, a million games. This has a small number of games, kind of like a best of. And I kind of like that. I do kind of like that. No duplicates, no craziness, and you can easily add more to it. But we've got 3DO, there's 44 games there. And Nintendo 64, we've got 97 games. So you're not getting the full library of these games. Everything's pre-set up. Like I got my controller, I already tested this a little bit. I got my controller synced up to my PC here, and anything I load up, it just works perfect. I haven't had to set anything up. So Nintendo 64, then we got DS, 71 games, NES, so all the typical stuff so far. 109 NES games, GameCube, we've got 92 games, and then getting into that, I don't know what to say about it, but we got 17 of them Swizzitch games. What the heck? I've played them, they run, oh my God. Nintendo Wii, we got 20 games, Wii U, a handful at 10 games, Dreamcast, 40 games, Sega Saturn, we've got 30, PS1, we've got 117 games. So there's some heavy hitters in here, some of the best in my opinion. But yeah, you're not getting a complete library. PS2, we have 122 games. That's a lot of PS2 games. PS3, we got 21 games. Some fun stuff there. Oh, Lollipop Chainsaw, love that one. Love Lollipop Chainsaw. They're remaking that game. They're going to butcher it, but hey, we could still play the old version. And then it says PS4. This is a little misleading in my opinion. I've only loaded one or two of these games, and they all ran perfectly fine. I don't think these are actually PS4 games. These seem to be games that were PS4 games that got ported to the PC for the most part, or most of these games, they were on PS4 and they're on PC. I loaded Spider-Man, that's the PC version. And then you have, but that there, it says 10 PS4 games. But like I said, I think they're just PC versions. PSP, we've got 94 games. Super Nintendo, we've got 70 games. And then Windows, the one that I was like, I don't know, like you could add your own PC games to a Launchbox build if you want. I don't know how I feel about PC games, especially current stuff, coming preloaded on a drive like this. But let's go ahead and jump into a couple things and just see how this works. So I'll start with Wii U. Let me see. Mario 3D World. just show you, you just, boom, double click it, loads up. Let me turn the volume down. It's probably going to be really loud. And obviously, depending on your PC, is going to depend on the performance on some of this stuff. But I will be testing this drive on numerous like mini PCs and whatnot in the future. Right now, I have it loaded on that Intel NUC 12, which is a freaking amazing PC. Kind of a mini PC, I guess, but really awesome. I've been digging this thing. I did a video on it if you want to check that out. So yeah, everything I've played on Wii U, GameCube, all that stuff works just fine. But like I said, some of it will depend upon, the power of your PC. You can tweak things if you need to, but just loading things up, just stock the way they are on this drive, I haven't had too much of an issue here. Not really any issue at all that I can recall. Everything's just loaded up and played. So real quick change to the end of this video here. I did make a few minor edits to the previous version, but I've used this drive for quite some time now. It's been a couple months at least, and I really haven't had too much of an issue. But I've been seeing other people who have, claimed that they've bought this drive and they found problems with it. And that's the thing, is you never know with these weird drives that are being sold on Amazon. Are they all created equal? Are some of them messed up? Some of them are not? I don't know. I can't vouch for a single one of these guys. I think it's, however you want to look at it, but, things that are set up with old school retro games from like 30, 40 years ago, I don't really have too much of an issue with, retro Pi build, Batacera, that kind of thing. But a drive setup like this that comes with a ton of stuff that it probably shouldn't, and you don't know how exactly they're set up. Like some things will get marked by Windows Defender on the PC side of things. And what I've seen is just a typical miscommunication with Windows Defender, but then at the same time, you never know. Like sometimes there's those false positives that Windows will mark, but sometimes they're actual bad things. You know what I mean? So some people are claiming they're finding bad things on these drives. So I would definitely recommend staying away from them, but to each their own. However you decide to live your life, that's your business. I just don't understand how Amazon still has these things listed. They have tons of them. It's freaking nuts, dude. But yeah, I just cover things that people send me. I think this may be the last drive that I cover. We're going to be going more into detail on how to build these things ourselves like I used to. It is what it is. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. Bye.